today. Since filming yesterday's video, like an hour or two later, my nose has got like congested, mucus is filling up my throat, and just like I was like really hurting to talk. It would hurt to swallow. It's still sore today, but yeah, hold on a second. This stuff is awesome. Dimetap. I just had a shower, and I'll put lead in your pencil. I might switch over to the tripod. So yeah, got my coffee here. Hopefully it makes a difference. I've only just gotten up this morning. I had a shower and sprayed some of this. Had some Sudafed. My throat is still really sore. Yesterday in the afternoon it was just red, raw, kind of like it was aching to talk and swallowing. You know, you don't notice how often you swallow until you got like issues with your throat. And cue all the sexual innuendos there. So yeah, after like an hour or two after filming yesterday's video, I was just like, oh, this is killing me. I called up my boss. I'm like, look, I think I should go see a doctor, get it checked out, find out whether it's tonsillitis or something else. And I think I should go get the COVID test just to be sure, because my missus is high risk. So I need to know. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor's like, hey, look, you know, we don't see patients unless they're triaged through a phone conference. And usually if you have your kind of symptoms, they'll result in a COVID test. So I was like, oh, fair enough. I understand it. So they said, look, we'll call you in about an hour's time. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna beat them to the punch. I loaded up, went to the hospital, because our hospital has a COVID testing unit. And the COVID testing unit, excuse me, is separate to the rest of the hospital. So I didn't take up any time in the waiting room. I hate people that do that have a cold and they go to the hospital. So yeah, this is what the COVID testing area looks like. It's cold, but here's a little clip.
I'm just down here getting a COVID-19 test. This is just outside the hospital, and yeah, I think it's probably the right thing to do considering I've got a sore throat. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty not that busy.
They wouldn't let me film. Like, I just said to the guy, look, do you mind if I just hold my camera here just to show anyone who hasn't had the COVID test what it's like? And he's like, no. He was an old bloke, and anyway. So what they do is they get your head, they tilt it back, and I got mad gag reflex, like really bad. He gets a swab like this long, and then he like prods at your tonsil, one side, and then the other side. And here I am just like try not to throw up on the bloke. And then what they do is they take that same swab, and he says, look straight ahead, and then he just like puts a swab like up your, like straight up your sinus to the point where it's poking the bottom of your brain. And that wasn't so bad, because I've had the sinus surgery. I'm like, my sinuses are really clear, and that's the most surprising thing, because like I'm like, you know, when I blow my nose in the morning, like this morning, nothing but big thick green mucus. And but I can still breathe through my nose, and I can still taste. So the surgery is just awesome. Before, I would just be like completely like pressurized behind my face, and I wouldn't be able to smell or breathe or anything like that. But yeah, so it made watching the Eels game last night not enjoyable, because all I wanted to do was yell at the TV, but I'm here sitting there in silence, just like sorry guys. And And yeah, I'm surprised at how quickly it just progressed from like sore throat to just like ton of bricks. And yeah, I went to bed after the game, and at about 1 a.m. my daughter comes into our room. She's like, I want to sleep with you. And I'm like, she had a bad dream, and I was like, yeah, no, just come on in, darling. Daddy's sick, so but come on in. And like she knew that I was sick, so she was like cuddling up to me, but she was like slowly pushing me off the bed, because toddlers do that. I don't know, like I got probably 100 kilos on her, and she still manages to get me off the bed. And yeah, so she woke up at like 6:37 as usual, like an alarm clock, and I couldn't get to sleep after that. And here I am. I woke up, had a shower, sprayed some of this, because I had the sinus surgery. I've got nasal stuff like up the arse, not literally, but figuratively speaking. Metaphorically speaking, come on. And yeah, I really feel like having some eggs this morning, which I think I might do. You know, like I didn't have the best week in weight loss last week, and I don't think this week's going to be good either. Because like I think yesterday, I didn't do anything in terms of exercise. The day before, I felt like I was, you know, I went to the office that day, so I did get quite a few steps actually, but I wasn't feeling 100%. But I have been keeping to like the food straight and narrow. But yeah, tonight should be celebration meal. I don't know whether I feel like it. But I do feel like having something on my stomach this morning, because I've got the mucus going, you know. But yeah, what else? So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll be surprised if anyone is still here at this point, because this video has just been boring. I hope you're all doing well. Tune in tomorrow night for Fat Guy Goes Live on Sunday at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. And yeah, keep up.